Scoop by Durant. And he lets the big dog eat Collison with the finish. That's what makes this young man very special.
The sport. Basketball was created in 1892. Ô, Greff, essa parte tu bota um negócio preto e daí finge que eu falei certo, tenta fazer o nome pra baixo. By American James Naismith, Professor of Physical Education at the Springfield Youth Christian Association. The sport emerged as an alternative to the region's rigorous winter, as a new idea in front of other outdoor sports, such as baseball and football. Moreover, the original idea was to create a sport less violent than American football.
The sport began to be practiced in physical education classes using baskets of pitches for students to throw the ball, but every time they hit the ball in the basket, someone had to go up and take it out and continue the game. After some time, they had the idea to cut the bottom of the basket. Only in the year 1893, the metal rims were created, and with this, the ball was adapted to the sport.
The first official basketball game was played in 1892 and had an approximated audience of 200 people. That same year, women began to practice this modality. The first family match occurred in 1896, the year in which the sport began to be inserted in the Brazil. Spread around the world. It was only in the early 19th century that basketball began to spread across the four corners of the world.
Leagues and federations began organizing championships and the sport, so popular. And in 1936, basketball has already to the Berlin Olympics. Currently, basket is widely practiced worldwide, besides being professionally organized. The sport is a mandatory presence in the class of the physical education of Brazil schools and colleges.
The original sport had 13 rules. It expanded to over 100. The spirit and principle of the original rules are still in effect today. Major rules changes over the years address the number of players, the court boundaries, dribbling, and the elimination of the center judge after made baskets. Team size. The idea was that game could be played by any number of players. However, that did not work out. After experimenting with teams up to 50 players, early games were primarily played by 9 players on each side. In 1897, 5 players became the mandatory team size. Substitutions. Initially, players were not allowed to re-enter the game. In 1945, the rule was finally changed to permit players to return to the game an unlimited number of times. The ball. The first basketball games were played with soccer balls. However, they proved to be suitable for dribbling and ball handling. In 1929, basketballs were redesigned. The balls were bigger, lighter, and easier to handle. In 1942, molded basketballs that maintained a constant shape and size replaced the stitched balls. Timing. The first games were played in 2 15-minute halves. Today, the game has duration of 4 10-minute halves.
The match is supervised by 3 referees. Each team must contain 5 players on the count.
Each match lasts 14 minutes, divided into 4 10-minute times. In case of draws, At the end of the game, 5 minutes extensions are allowed. In NBA, the time is 14.8 minutes and 4 stroke of 12 minutes. Handling of the ball should be done with the hands. It is forbidden, moreover, to walk with in the hand for more than 2 steps. Larger disciplines with the ball should be made by bouncing it continuously. The basket is made when the ball crosses the opponent basket. 2 points within the 625 meters line and 3 points behind 625 meters. When a foul occurs within the area, the player who has suffered makes 2 free throws. This makes 1 point. 24-second rule. The team in possession of the ball has 24 seconds to take the ball into the basket of the opposing team and try to throw it.
Olympic Games men's and women's Olympic basketball competition is held every 4 years. The USA men have captured the gold in 15 of the 18 Olympics in which they have competed. The USA women have earned the gold 6 consecutive Olympics. The 2020 Summer Olympic Games will be held July 24 to August 9 in Tokyo, Japan. The FIBA Basketball World Cup, known from 1950 until 2010 as the FIBA World Championship of Men and from 1953 to 2014 the FIBA World Championship for Women, are the flagship events of FIBA competitions. The next FIBA Men's Basketball World Cup will be in 2019 in China, while the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup is scheduled to be held in 2022. Started in 1951 for men and 1955 for women, the Pan American Games are held every 4 years in the year preceding the Olympics. Countries from FIBA Americas are eligible to compete. The USA men winning 8 to possible 17 gold medals, while the USA women have won 7 of 15 gold medals. The 2019 Pan American Games will be held in Lima, Peru. The National Basketball Association is a professional basketball league contested by 30 teams. It is widely considered to be the premier men's professional basketball league in the world. Seasons run from October to June, while each team plays 82 regular season games, with the 8 highest ranked teams in 2 conferences contesting a number of playoff series to determine the season champion.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan is a former professional American basketball player. He is considered by too many people the best people basketball player of all time, and the many as one of the most important male sportsmen in the history. Shaquille O'Neal is a former USA basketball player who has a pivot. Shaq, as he became popular now, is officially listed as one of the greatest players in the history of the NBA. It is often described by experts and sports enthusiasts as one of the most dominant players in the league history. Warden Stephen Curry is an American professional basketball player who currently plays of the Golden State Warriors in NBA. He is the highest 3-point scorer in the NBA playoffs history and 30 in all-time history. It is the 4th highest scorer in the history of the Golden State Warriors.